welcome back to Design Bundles YouTube channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Crystal, and today we are going to sublimate with the Cricut Hat Press. So let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, so let's go over the supplies that I'm using today. Of course, I'm using the Cricut Hat Press here. I'm going to be using it alongside with my phone with the app. You could definitely accomplish this doing it manually, just using your hat press. Now, if you guys want to see how do you completely set this up, check out our other tutorial, which is this hat right here. I did this with HTV. So if you guys are looking for an HTV project with the hat press, definitely check this one out right here. So we are going to be using the Cricut hat form. This comes with the Cricut hat press whenever you purchase it. Now, please keep in mind that these are filled with walnut shells. So if you guys have not purchased one of these yet, or if you didn't really read your instructions or the big warning here, and there's also one underneath here, it is full of walnut shells. So if you're allergic to, if you have a peanut allergy, or maybe your kids, grandkids, somebody that you may know that could come in contact, I would definitely maybe steer away from this and see what other options maybe there is with this. So we do have this. We have our hat, like I said, I have everything linked down below. So I have this one right here. You can get it in black, or where's black and white, or solid white, but these are not the Cricut brand, and I'm going to link you guys below where you guys can get these, but you could definitely use the Cricut brand if that's what you guys have or what you want to purchase. What I do like about the Cricut brand is you can find it locally, so you can go down to Walmart, Hobby Lobby, Target, all sorts of places that carry the Target blanks, and you can purchase those locally. But I did get these for a pretty good deal, if I remember correctly. Like I said, I have it linked down below so you guys can snag those if you'd like. Today, I'm going to be using the black and white one. And then we have some of the Cricut strong tape. So whenever it comes to a curved surface like this, it's a little bit harder for your regular heat tape to stay on. I know this from using the bigger like industrial style hat presses over time. So I have tested this out previously on our other hat, and it did work out great. Now, when you first purchase your hat press, it does come with this sample roll, but you could definitely purchase more. So it looks like this, and then we have some parchment paper here because I want to protect my little hat press here. So I've got a little piece of parchment paper. I've got a ruler so that way we can figure out how big we want this to be. I have measured the bottom of this, and it is 3.5. So you don't want to go all the way there. You want to stick probably about 2.5 to 4.5. That way it can sit perfectly on top of it. So what you want is a little ruler here to kind of see that. So you can look at your hat and say, okay, I think 4 inches is going to be good, or maybe I want to go 4.5. And then you can kind of see from your hat about where you want that to be to decide, how to print that out. So I printed this with my Sawgrass SG500. You could use your Epsons, and this is the design right here, which is going to become much brighter once we press it. So I think these color contrasts with this hat is going to look really cute. And for some reason, I have a little bit of yellow staining from my storage, so hopefully you guys can't see there, or it's not going to pop up. You may want a pair of scissors as well for trimming down your paper and stuff. So I think we are ready to go. So let's go ahead and set it up. Now, like I said, if you guys haven't set this up, you may want to check out our previous tutorial. It's so easy. And so what you're going to do, we have our app open. We're going to go to start a new project. And then I'm going to go to my transfer material. Because I am using the hat press, I'm just simply going to go all the way down and choose infusible ink transfer sheet, because infusible ink is the exact same thing as sublimation. So it's going to be the exact same. Now this one right here is I think it might be a blend. So let me look at it really quickly. First of all, let's go ahead and remove this. You do want to remove that as well. I'm going to try to see if I can't find the tag. I may choose 100% polyester because I think it's a poly blend, but this one's not showing the tag. I'll have to look online, but I'm just going to go ahead and choose polyester. But you can choose cotton poly blend, but I'm just going to choose polyester. And then you're going to go ahead and hit next. So it's going to tell us that we are going to press it at 90 seconds. It's going to have a preheat of 5 seconds. And it's going to be a warm pill. So what we're going to go ahead and do is send settings to the hat press. And so we're going to go ahead and do that now. So as you guys can see, it's Bluetooth and all of that information right over here to the hat press. So while we're doing that, we're going to go ahead and set that down. We're going to go ahead and prep that. Now, oh, I forgot to power it on. Make sure you power that on. That's something I'm gonna have to get used to. So you have to power it on before you send your information. The second you do, it's automatically gonna pick up on the phone. We're gonna hit okay. And you guys can see that it's overriding there. I'm gonna go ahead and hit cancel, send to heat. There we go. There we go. So 5-second pre-press. There we go. And we are going to, I'm going to go ahead and just double check. Let's hit okay, it's transfer sheet. I was making sure that it was, you can always go back and double check yourself. Infusible ink. I'm going to send to the hat press one more time. 5-second preset, to pre-press, preset. So you're going to get 5 seconds first. So when you do that, when we go to hit the go button here, it's only going to press for 5 seconds and it's going to beep us and it'll switch over to how long it needs. So what we need to do is this needs to be on the bottom of your hat and your hat's going to set like here. So you're the front of your hat. So yes, if you guys are wondering, you can use different hat blinks. You don't have to only use the Cricut brand. Now from pressing hats in the past using a bigger hat press, you're supposed to pull these pieces back. So on the bigger hat presses, it actually has a spot to pull back this piece here. So that's what I've been doing. So all I simply do is grab it, pull that back, and we can go ahead and pop this open because I can shut it back here in a second. Get this guy on here. I'll show you guys here in just a second. So you're just going to get this on your hat form. So basically this handle should be underneath. And so you guys can see how I've got that. Especially with sublimation, you need a nice smooth surface. You don't want to press on that. All right. So we're going to make sure that this guy is where it needs to be. So I'm thinking that looks good. So once we do that, I'm going to go ahead and flip it over. And I'm going to button this back. I just made it easier for me. Okay. So you want to make sure it's nice and tight whenever you snap those. I could probably even go over one more. I'm going to attempt that and try it. See if I can get it on there. There we go. All right. So now, like I said, just make sure it's nice and flat. And that's what I've done here. I've seen where people kind of do this a little bit. That'll kind of help press it down there. So that looks good. So the very first thing that we are supposed to be doing with polyester, you know that we want to do lint rolling. So you do not want to skip this step. I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Just going to take my little lint roller here and roll that, because if not, we're going to end up with those little blue dots. If my lint roller will work with us here. There we go. Remove that lint. And then we're going to pre-press for 5 seconds. So we're going to go ahead and pop it on here. And I'm going to hit that go button. So you guys can see it automatically activates the app. And so it's going for us. It's going to beep. And so now we can move this. And you can see that it's changed to the 90 seconds for us. All right. I'm going to let this cool back down for just a second, because if I go to try to immediately put this on the heat, what's going to happen is it's already at that temperature. So if I try to put this here, it's going to already start doing some sublimating and I may need to move it. So you're going to let that cool back down for a second. So while we do that, we're going to go ahead and take our 2 pieces of tape. So we're going to go ahead and cut this just 2 little pieces. It does not take much at all, just enough to hold on each side. So I'm going to go ahead and even trim mine like this. All right. So now we could go ahead and pop this guy in the center of the hat. Put our tape down. You want to make sure it's pulled nice and tight. Double check it's where you want it to be. Everything looks nice and even. I'm going to cover it with that parchment. And now we're going to go right on top, making sure everything's underneath. And then we're going to go ahead and hit that go button. So once again, you're going to notice that the app is going. So we've got 90 seconds. So we're going to go ahead and just give some pressure here. It's saying just apply some light pressure. So we're just going to hold it down. So we're going to go ahead and fast forward through this. All right, we've got 2 seconds, 1 second. All right, we're going to carefully move this. That way we don't get any ghosting, any shifting. And then we're going to go ahead and peel. Just like that. How cute is that? So cute. So yes, you can use infusible ink with this, but you can also sublimate with it. So we're going to go ahead and remove this. And then now we can go ahead and pop this. Now what this has done is it's kept our shape. Yes, we've got a little bit of a crease here, and you can go ahead and work that out. And I would do it while it's warm. So I'm just taking my hand here and going over this just a little bit. And just kind of ironing it out, if you will, with my hand. So still got a little bit of a crease there, but I think it'll work its way out. So you guys can see it has kept its form. It stayed in shape. and I love it. I think it came out so cute. So this is a certified baddie hat. And like I said, look at these color combos here. So this is a leopard print. And then with that white and black with this hat here, this is like a trucker hat. It is so good. Now these hats, like I said, are one of my favorites. I've had them for a while because I use them with my bigger press, and they are affordable, like I said. So I have these linked down below for you guys. I have this design linked for you guys. You guys are going to love it. I think it is so, so cute. And there you guys have it. So, so easy, quick. This would make great gifts for, especially if you or grandma and you're trying to make something for the teen kids. These are going to be perfect for Christmas gifts. Whether you guys own your own little store online or locally, these will be great to throw in any sort of boutique or make them for yourself. So I really hope you guys have enjoyed this. If you did, please hit the like button down below and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.